One of the quotes of Dr. Abdul Kalam says, if you salute your duty, you don't need to salute anybody. But if you pollute your duty, you have to salute everybody. और इसी सिलसिले में कहते हैं, मेहनत इतनी खामोशी से करो कि सफलता शोर मचा सके. We take this opportunity to listen to the words of dynamic, distinguished guest, the Secretary, Internal Security, Ministry of Home Affairs, Commissioner of Police Delhi, and many important portfolios. Presently, the Vice President of IC Center for Governance, IPS, Shri Mukund Bihari Kaushalji, on the topic ethical responses at workplace. Let us put our hands together for Mukund Kaushal.
मेरा परिचय कराया गया, उसमें एक चीज रह गई. मैंने 39 साल की करीब पुलिस की नौकरी करी है, लेकिन मैं 1/4 रेलवे वाला हूँ. मैंने 10 साल रेलवे में सर्व की, मैंने रेलवे में भी काम किया. तो जब महेश कपूर जी थे, शांति नारायण हमारे बैचमेट हैं, तो हम लोगों ने साथ साथ काम किया. तो मैं आप में से एक हूँ. कोई अजूबी बात नहीं करना है कि मैं पुलिस की कहानियाँ सुनाता रहूँ. रेलवे में भी बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी हुई थी जो मैं बता सकता हूँ. तो मैं प्रभात कुमार जी ने आपको बताया व्हाट एथिक्स इज, व्हाट इज दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट, एंड ही वेरी elaborately explained about frames. My subject is little different. It's on response at the workplace and about ethical dilemmas. But I wanted to make an observation about ethics. I feel, although there is some disagreement in our own center on this, I feel that ethics is not a natural sentiment. It has to be cultivated. There is another view that it's part of human nature, and it gets distorted because of pressure, circumstances. But in either case, the solution is that it has to be cultivated. Now, it has to be created. The feeling has to be created. Now, factors which, according to me, there could be many others, but factors which contribute in creating this sentiment. One is the background. What is your education? What value you have imbibed? Environment in which you have grown? Your education, all this matters. But this is not compulsory. There are many exceptions to this criteria. Then there is commitment to work. A lot of people, including your general manager and ME साहब ने बात करी इसके बारे में. Commitment to work and pride in the job or pride in the organization you are serving. That also goes a long way. That goes a long way in contributing to this sentiment. Similarly, one thing which I have added from my experience is that your colleagues and your senior officers with whom you work, especially in the beginning, at the start of your service, matters a lot. They make an impact on you. That's very important. Now, coming to the subject of Satyanishta, what is needed today, not only in railways, it is needed everywhere, is change in the attitude of the workforce. And for that, I have very little time. I think I have just an hour for speaking, और मुझे बोलना काफी रहता है. तो this emphasis has to be on integrity, that is Satyanishta, and on public service. Because I think we have suggested to chairman that this idea of public service is not in the mission, railway mission. जो आपका मिशन है, उसमें ये पब्लिक सर्विस का वर्ड नहीं दिया हुआ है. उसमें ये सब दिया हुआ और चीजें दी हैं, बट ये नहीं मेंशन है. This should be included. Now coming to the subject, today's subject, or my subject, then there are various types of ethical challenges which you face at the workplace. I have broadly put them into three categories. One is where a public servant who is dealing with a particular situation which requires his decision, he realizes that what he thinks is ethically correct or is according to rules is not in consonance with what he is expected to do by his immediate seniors or senior, they expect him to do. It means there is an oral order. In such situation, you face ethical dilemma, what is to be done? There is the other category of challenges which are where there are two options, both options are by and large correct. One is absolutely correct but you cause a very big damage, public damage. The other is you save that damage by making a little ethical deviation. The third is where the orders have been passed by senior authorities, but its implementation causes a lot of hardship to people. I faced it in the first 5 months of my first taking over charge in 1965 as ASP, Sub-Divisional Police Officer in Delhi. I will not narrate because that itself is a long thing. But question is that normally Mr. Prabhat Kumar speaks about what is correct, what is not correct. So, but what I am explaining is what is ethically correct. We say that whether it is ethically correct or not. No, how to test whether it is ethically correct or not. Your correct may be different from my correct. It varies from people to people, their perception and their attitude, etc. So, if normally for everyday working, if we apply 4-way test, if we raise 4 questions, is it legal? If you have to take a decision, whether is it legal? Is it just? Is it in public interest? And the 4th and most important test is, how do you see yourself after you have taken that decision? This is the most important test. How do you see yourself in a mirror after you have taken a decision? Because you can hide things from others. You cannot hide it from yourself. And if everybody, whatever he may be a liar, but everybody speaks truth, knows the truth. And if you know the truth, it keeps on pinching you. So, this may probably lead to correct answer. Now, I will come to situations which you face at the workplace and where these challenges arise. There could be 2-3 types of situations. One is this you and vis-a-vis others. Now, I think Amis have mentioned about it. It is vis-a-vis your seniors or it could be juniors, that is your team, members of your team who are working under you. And the second could be, a third could be, where you face that situation, something is going to happen or happening, and you are not agreeing with it, what you should do. What will be your decision? So I will explain these things. You see, there cannot be one simple scientific formula for guiding you how to get out of these dilemmas and how to handle these dilemmas. Because situations and human nature keeps on varying. So you cannot be one formula. Therefore, I will share my experiences. I will tell you what were principles I followed, what were my reasons to take that particular decision. And you have right to comment on it as and when I finish. You can comment on it, ask questions on that, whether why you don't agree with this, or I could have done something else. But I did it, and it was somehow, I survived in the service after that, and these were difficult decisions. So I am talking first about the situation where you and your seniors are involved. I was posted as IG Goa in 1933, and I had just 12 years of service. And there was an opportunity, there were 3 vacancies in the rank of DYSPs. So, and I was also Exposition Commissioner. So, Exposition of St. Francis Xavier. So, I wanted some people to promote it, and this was the first opportunity to promote local officers, because Goa got independence in 1964, and people had been recruited at that time, so about 8-9 years have passed and no promotions were given to local recruits. So I wrote to government, the DPC was formed, I was the chairman, to cut short, and we selected, we went through the reports thoroughly, and there was in this DPC, I was the chairman, my SP was one member, and another member was a joint secretary from the administration. This is a normal procedure. So we sent recommendation, selected the three senior most. They were not only senior, they were outstanding people. So they, after some time, after about 15, normally DPC's recommendations are approved in about 10-15 days in government. It doesn't take more time, especially in lower ranks, it doesn't take time. So when nothing happened for 2-3 weeks, so I went to Chief Secretary, requested him. He said, this will not get approved because Chief Minister is interested in promoting the fourth officer, man who is on number 4. I said, but these three are seniors and their record is better and there is nothing wrong with them. So how could we deny them promotion? So Chief Secretary said, no, but then she will not approve. I said, then get me a fourth post, I will promote. So then one of the officers in the secretariat told me, one fellow is in, then Goa Raman Dew was one union territory, Goa Raman and Dew. He was posted in Dew. He said, he is very far off, sir, nothing will happen, you just promote him and promote the fourth person and get approval of your piece for the DYSP. So I said, I will not do it. So Chief Minister, as usual, Goa administration was a new administration, only about 8-10 years old. So they said that the proceedings of BPC have been lost and you form another BPC was formed by the government and sent to me. No, normally BPC proceedings are not lost because she wanted that decision should be reviewed. So I was asked when it came and the same committee was formed. So I again said, we don't have to do anything. Send the same proceedings, what we had sent last time. But DPC is supposed to technically apply their mind, so we did formalities completed and sent the same report. The Joint Secretary told me, sir, this will not be approved again. And the same thing happened for about 2-3 months, nothing was done. And Chief Minister got annoyed with me and she does a lot of vilifying campaigns against me because government gives advertisements a lot, every paper, Goa has a lot of papers, Konkani, Marathi, Portuguese papers, English papers, newspapers, Hindi newspapers, everywhere, lot of allegations she could manage against me, my family, although I had a small family at that time, but they made a lot of allegations, serious allegations, personal allegations. And people advised me to go for defamation cases and all that. One thing I want to caution, when you take ethical stand, you take on, because your conscience is not permitted. So don't make it an issue. Government servants should not allow to make anything about themselves. If it becomes an issue, you are in a controversy. So confrontation should be avoided, especially with the government. You can disagree with the government. That does not mean that you do. Lots of people do and keep on. Some people are transferred 40 times, 50 times like this, and they blame the government. They are also partly responsible because they are in confrontation. Similarly, it should not be allowed to be politicized. During this period, the Speaker of Goa Assembly and the Deputy Leader of Opposition met me in Rajnivas at Governor's place for some reception. And they said, we know what is happening and she is harassing you, so we want to take this case in assembly. And so I requested them, I said, I'm a government servant, I like my things to be dealt normally, it will be set right. I was keeping my Chief Secretary informed because that was the proper channel for me. So I was keeping the Chief Secretary informed. But I did not promote that fellow. The Chief Secretary somehow could persuade, he was a very good person and he I keep on feeling he is no more, but he was a very God-fearing good person. And he could convince Chief Minister that since this officer has come, there has been no crisis, everything has been managed, serious situations have been managed, and there were some political cases, I mean, I'm not going in that, which he had handled very well. So you go by his advice is right, and even if this case is referred to, goes to Government of India, his stand is right, so it will be justified. Anyway, I came out of that crisis, Chief Minister was all right, and she said that I had a wrong impression. And the person who she was favoring got involved in a rape case and something happened. I mean, that's not my interest. The main thing was I was sticking to what I thought was correct, and if you stick to what you think is correct, then at least you are at peace with yourself that you have taken a correct decision. And that peace lasts with you always. If you do wrong, it keeps on hanging in your mind. Now, similarly with the subordinates, normally they are, with your juniors, you are supposed to, especially your team members or people who are working under you, you are supposed to defend them for their performance and conduct of duty, including honest mistakes. Sometimes when you work, you commit a mistake which as a senior you know that it's an honest mistake, the assessment went wrong or something has gone wrong. And department where I was working, that's the police, वहाँ के assessment होता है पब्लिक का कभी गलत हो जाता है, कभी अच्छे अफसर भी गलती कर जाते हैं. तो आपको you have to keep that in mind and defend such officers. And then if you have given order, and that something has gone wrong, you must have the guts. Because normally in police the working is about 80% working is oral. So you have to own that order. I hope your department, civil department, a lot of things are oral in your department. You give oral orders. So you must own it and take responsibility for that. When I took over charge as police commissioner Delhi, situation was very bad in Delhi. Not that I was a messiah, but I had a lot of challenges. Terrorists had come from Punjab, Kashmir. They were causing havoc in the city. Then there were land mafias. A lot of criminals. Some Madhya Pradesh tribals had entered in Delhi, and about 14-15 murders, including some double murders of army officers, were committed in about a month's time. They were committed. And there was, on top of it, there was communal tension. It was period just before Babu Masjid fell. So there was a lot of tension. We were studying the material, a lot of reports, etc. And I realized that the Shahi Imam of Delhi, Jahan Hussain, was the cause of one of the major factors in creating this tension. And he will give very provocative speeches. So I thought, let me handle one by one and settle this fellow. And I appointed a SHO Ahmad, who was very upright officer, very strong, as SHO. The SHO in police is a very important officer, like your senior station superintendents who have managed big stations. So, and all senior officers derive their power from SHOs, right? Because powers in law is the SHO. You are powerful because there is a section which makes supervisory officers assume same powers. So you become powerful. Now this gentleman, I told him that we have to cut him to size and just deal him as you deal with any other citizen. This Imam Shahi Imam was used to talking to the Home Minister, Prime Minister, and Mr. V.P. Singh, Mr. Bahuguna, who had a lot of faith in him. They used to go and talk to him. So he will not talk to ordinary SPs, but I also prohibited all DCPs, additional CPs and ACPs that none of you, even if it is up, you will not talk to him. Now in about a month's time he realized that there is something wrong in the police setup, they are not bothering for me. Otherwise everybody used to go sort of at his back and forth. So they will go there. So when this happened, so he requested one central minister who was very close to him to get this SHO transfer. This was communicated from Prime Minister House to Lieutenant Governor Delhi. So he called me, he said, Delhi's police commissioner was directly under Lieutenant Governor, not under the Chief Minister. So I was called there and he said, भाई इसकी क्या है, इसको ट्रांसफर करो यहाँ. मैंने कहा सर, when I appoint people, I tell them you will be here for 3 years and only you have to prove yourself that you are not worthy of this post, only then you will be transferred. Nothing, nobody's names, nothing will matter, and you just do your duty. So I said, sir, he is doing only what I have told him. If Imam is annoyed, then he should be actually annoyed with me. But I will not be everywhere, so I have asked this officer to do this. So LG was an old administrator. He realized that my stand is correct, and he said, all right. So he reported like that to Home Minister and PM Secretariat that IG has taken, CP has taken this stand. Then Home Secretary, who was from Maharashtra, rather, and in a way he was the first person who made my selection, proposed my selection as police commissioner. So he called me, he said, hey, what is so great about this thing? I said, there is nothing great. He is only doing what I have told him to do. These are my orders. And he is just following my orders. He is not going beyond it. So I don't have any face to transfer him. I can't tell. But this will be challenging my leadership in the force. Because a word will spread that CP says one thing and then he doesn't stick to it. So I will not be able to do it. मैंने कहा कि आप होम सेक्रेटरी को कहा you are government, you can issue orders. You issue order of that SHO transfer. Most unusual कभी होता नहीं है था कि कहीं और बाहर से आया गवर्नमेंट से ऑर्डर. मैंने कहा but I will not take objection. I will believe, but I will not issue this order. So anyway, Home Secretary realized it. Then the same chain followed to Home Minister. Home Minister was advised by Home Secretary that CP has taken a stand on this and आप इसमें ना इंटरफेयर करें. Home Minister of India. So it sort of it became big confrontation and serious matter. And I thought that I am right in the sense that the person whom I am defending was doing exactly, first of all, he was doing legally. He was absolutely within his powers to do what he was doing. And then it was my orders, so I could not have disowned it. Then I was standing, there is a place called Boat Club in Delhi on Rajpath, where I was standing. Of course, there was some rally was about to take place. Now no rally has taken place for the last 25 years because I had banned it. So I got a message from the sub-inspector that there is a PM Secretariat, there is a phone for you. So please stop. So I came, Mr. Damodaran, then PS of Prime Minister, who later on became Secretary, was on the line. He said, "Ki Kaushal sahab, PM baat karenge aapse." So I was immediately removed everything possible in the what happened in Delhi in last 24 hours. Otherwise, why PM wants to know, talk to me. So PM said, PM was a very polite person. Those who have worked with Mr. Narasimha Rao, you know, very man of few words and very intelligent, sharp person. So he said, Kaushal ji, ये इसकी क्या ऐसे जो जामा मस्जिद की बात है? मैंने कहा साहब कोई बात नहीं. I am very embarrassed if you are talking about this transfer because Prime Minister has to talk about the transfer of an SHO. It's very embarrassing for me. But I only want to say two things. And मैं हमेशा सरकारी नौकरी में समझता हूँ कि आपको जब आप नहीं हो तो आप अपनी बात कहिए जरूर अपने सीनियर से. इधर उधर जाने की पॉलिटिशियन से किसी पास जाने की जरूरत नहीं. बट अपने सीनियर को इमीडिएटली कॉन्फिडेंस में आप बता दीजिए दिस इज व्हाट आई थिंक, दीज आर कंडीशंस. एंड नॉर्मली हम लोग सब एक ही से होते हैं, सब ठीक से बिहेव करते हैं. एवरीबडी रिएक्ट प्रॉपर्ली इफ यू टॉक टू कन्वे योर थिंग प्रॉपर्ली. So I told him, मैं दो चीज़ कहना चाहता हूँ कि पिछले 7-8 महीने से जब से मैं हूँ दिल्ली में, तब से इमाम ने तो कोई सब परेशान किया नहीं, कोई शहर में कुछ फैला नहीं, क्योंकि हम ही इमाम को इतना बिजी रखते हैं. वो इसी में लगा रहता है कि SHO का ट्रांसफर हो जाए, ये हो जाए, वो हो जाए. इमाम के पास कोई टाइम नहीं है बदमाशी करने का. बोले हाँ दिस इज राइट, यू आर राइट. तो मैंने कहा साहब कि दूसरा ये है कि ये SHO आई वांट टू टेल यू, मेरे ऊपर जी ने मुझे कहा, होम सेक्रेटरी ने मुझे कहा, बट माई पॉइंट इज दैट दिस फेलो इज डूइंग ओनली व्हाट आई हैव टोल्ड हिम. He is not at fault. He is a very good officer, but he is not at fault. He is just following what I have told him. In a way, you see, you cannot. There is a protocol of talking to Prime Minister. So I could have also said कि सब मैंने इस तरह करा, but मैंने कहा वो कर रहा है तो मैंने कहा. तो Prime Minister ने कहा फिर क्या करें? तो अब ये आपसे सवाल अगर Prime Minister पूछे तो क्या कहेंगे? सोचने के बाद तो मैंने कहा नहीं सर, मैं इसका I have not met this issue. If it is such a big problem in the context of communal harmony of the country, then I will transfer him. But since he was right, so I had the courage to tell him. And so I told him, I said, if you permit, I will post him. I mean, normally I should have finished where I said that yes, I will transfer him. Since he appreciated it, so I told him, I said, if you permit me, I will post him somewhere in the ward city. Ward city is a prestigious area, old area. Police stations are very important, especially communally sensitive area. So I said, he said, yes sir, you can post him anywhere. Mr. Narasimha Rao wanted to buy peace. कि भाई सेटल हो जाए मामला और ये आदमी वहाँ से चला जाए. But he appreciated the point and he noted it for future because I worked 2.5 years after that under him. And he always realized that he will take this stand, etc. But I never made it a confrontation. I never went to anyone except my Home Secretary or the Lieutenant Governor and explained and got through this crisis. Now, in police or in any force, even in railways, I was telling people in Central Railway that what general manager will do, what senior officers do, they convey a message to the entire force, irrespective of department. They will know, if general manager has said this, we will do this, because he will stand by it. And what I did was, there was nothing very brave or courageous according to me. It was the right thing. I was supposed to, I had given orders, so I am supposed to own those orders. That's why I did it. I'm not saying that you apply wherever, I mean, verbatim you apply what I am doing, but I'm only sharing my experience that if you are taking a correct stand, it pays. There was another incident during my job as posting as police commissioner. There was a call given by BJP after fall of Babri Masjid for a band in Delhi, and 10 lakh people were called for a protest march from all over India. So with the help of railways, we stop all trains and all this. So people from outside could not come, and local people, we did not allow them to collect. I mean, a lot of things which are administratively costly were done. And we were successful in preventing not a soul appeared on the Rakpa. So it was appreciated, arrangements were appreciated, and there were a lot of good words for the police. But as a result of all this, 34 privilege motions were filed against me. I think this is the record that for one incident, 34 privilege motions in Lok Sabha were filed against me. In 5-6 of them, some of my officers, one IG, one DIG, and about 5 DCPs, 2 DIGs and 5 DCPs were involved. They were also mentioned. The rest were alone against me. That all sorts of allegations were there, serious allegations, that we prevented them. Although I had taken all precautions, I had informed the Speaker, informed each of the 750 MPs in writing that you cannot pass this road and you have to go to Parliament to follow this through. Everything was done. But you can't stop. And privilege motion, privilege committees, you don't have the power like Supreme Court. There is no appeal after that. You are God. You cannot take an advocate or anyone. You just plead, explain your position, and if they decide to punish you, you are punished. So, in my case, I got a phone from the Speaker's office. Mr. Shivraj Patil was the Speaker, so he knew me. Delhi Police Commissioner is normally known to all these politicians. So he spoke to me. He said, "You come within a short time, half an hour, and appear before the committee and bring those officers against notice." So I said, "Give me time. Well, you talk to them." Manager said, "It may be informal or formal for them, but for me everything is formal because whatever I speak in Parliament, when we speak, they record everything." So I said, "It should go against me. I can't go back on my words. Give me time to prepare." He said, but he was in great hurry. He said, "नहीं यहाँ बात है नहीं बात में कमेटी के सामने कमेटी ने टाइम दिया." So I appeared before the committee. I took my officer in compliance of what committee has said. But I made my officer sit outside in the waiting room. And I said that you will not go there, even if Secretary General Lok Sabha comes and calls you, you will not go. You will wait for me to come. Because I thought कि अगर किसी ने लोकसभा के कमेटी के चेयरमैन ने या स्पीकर ने कह दिया तो ये लोग चले जाएंगे. So I said आप लोग नहीं जाएंगे तब तक मैं नहीं हूँ. This is an order. So I appeared before the committee. So the first thing was Mrs. Vijay Radha Scindia was the chairperson of this privilege committee. She said that Mr. Kaushal, आप उन आदमियों को लेके नहीं आए जिनके लिए हमने कहा था. मैंने कहा I want to make 1 or 2 submissions. After that, whatever you decide, we will do. किसी के बताइए. तो मैंने कहा कि as for the legality, appropriateness and legality of my order is concerned, I had banned that. In Delhi Police Commissioner has the power. So I had banned that rally. I had put curfew in that area. So I said, as for the appropriateness and legality of those orders are concerned, I am, Madam, convinced that I was right and the circumstances required. It is not my whim. It was based on a lot of intelligence that we had done. And so I had banned this. And as far as my officers are concerned, this entire exercise of banning this rally was done at my instance. I have the informal approval of Prime Minister and Home Minister. But it was done, orders were issued by me. I had done it. And these officers only implemented my orders. And they had not gone beyond it. So this is how can you say this? Scene of action was at different places. If anybody have idea of Delhi, it was in Rajendra Nagar, Old Delhi Railway Station, New Delhi Railway Station, Pragati Maidan. And we arrested all 118 MPs of BJP, including Atalji, Advani ji, at different places. Various chief ministers, Murli Manohar Joshi, सबको पकड़ लिया था, including the present incumbent Prime Minister. We arrested everyone. And we had not allowed other MPs who wanted to cross, which included people like, eminent people like, who became Prime Minister, Inder Gujral, Sompal, who was Deputy Chairman of the Planning Commission, and other SS Aluwali, the tall Sardarji from Darjeeling, उनको भी सबको गिरफ्तार, उन सबको रोका हम लोगों ने. उन्होंने कहा कि हम तो बीजेपी के नहीं, आप हमें क्यों रोक रहे हैं? हमने कहा था हमने बीजेपी को नहीं बैन किया, हमने इस एरिया में आने को बैन किया है. इन लोगों ने कहा ये इंसिडेंटली बीजेपी के इसलिए इनको बंद कर दिया. आप तो हम इजाजत नहीं दे सकते, वी कैन नॉट मेक दिस डिसीजन. तो खैर इमोशन हुए तो मैंने चीफ मिनिस्टर को उनको समझाया कि इंसिडेंट्स हुए हैं डिफरेंट प्लेसेस, बट आई वाज informed every half minute. There is an entry in my logbook that what happened, where tear gas was fired, where lathi charge was done, and where all these people were arrested or action was taken. So she said that all there were 10 members, they were raising different small questions. So I kept quiet. So when I saw about after 5 minutes, after I have explained, I think they are not convinced. This is the feeling I got. So I requested, I said, Madam, can I get a sheet of paper? So she said, paper mangai, this is paper लेके आई. तो बोले, but why you doing this? I said, I have tried to explain the position and my stand before you, you are not convinced. So I will give you in writing that for all omission and commission of Delhi police on that day, I am the person who is responsible. These officers, no action should be taken against them. Because it was my planning, my orders, and they implemented. They have not gone beyond it. So she said, immediately it has a very different, unexpected reaction. She said, all right, आप बैठ जाइए अभी 5 मिनट. वहीं सोफा था, उसको मुझे कहा कि मैं बैठ गया. So after 5 minutes they had cut off. धीरे धीरे बोल रही थी, मुझे कुछ सुनाई पड़ रहा था, कुछ नहीं सुनाई पड़ रहा. And they said that after 5 minutes I was caught. They said since you could not have been everywhere, and but you have taken responsibility and you are giving in writing, then we have decided to drop 11 motions against you. So basically, so I'm saying that if you stick to right, what do you think right? I was convinced, and I had one thing more in my mind. I had become commissioner. Commissioner in Delhi is a DG. I had become commissioner. I thought these officers are midway in their service. They are DCPs, 10 years service, 11 years service. Additional CP, IG, 25 years, 18 years like this. Their career will finish if they get any stinker at this stage. This will go against and finish their career. So besides whatever happens, I will also be not, मैं आपको माफ नहीं कर पाऊंगा अगर ये ऐसा हो गया कि मैं इतने आदमियों का कैरियर भी बिगाड़ दूँ साथ मैंने कहा नहीं अच्छा है मैं तो जो बनना था बन लिया but I should not allow this to go beyond this so that this happened. This is between as far as juniors are concerned, team members are concerned and seniors. But sometimes things happen where you are confronted with a situation that this something wrong is going, very seriously wrong is going, or it is about to happen. So I am still, I think I can exceed Prabhat 5-10 minutes, 10 minutes. नहीं 1 बजे खत्म करना था बट मैंने 12:20 पे शुरू किया. I think I can have 10 minutes. नहीं, but presuming that you have approved it, I am speaking. So another 10 minutes. So I have 2 things to say. I was in charge. I was head of security unit, DCP security. Actually, your chief engineer, Mr. Rakesh Yadav, father was working with me. He was in my team at that time. So I was in Delhi. There was no SPG and SG at that time, and DCP security was one of the senior officers who used to be posted, and it was one of the biggest unit of Delhi police. We looked after security of foreign VIPs, Prime Minister, President, everybody's security was being looked after. So it was a huge unit, lot of senior officers were there, and I was the head. And I had just 14, I think I had completed 14 years of service. So the Prime Minister in that house, there was an institutionalized arrangement of Prime Minister's darshan. This is Gandhi के टाइम में शुरू हुआ था. सवेरे लोग आते थे. Lot of people from outside, local people, individual complainants will come and they will give their memorandum, etc. Lot of people, tribal people will come, they will get photographed with the Prime Minister. Lot of things were happening, public meeting sort of things. And it used to last about an hour and a half or sometimes an hour. So this continued with the next Prime Minister, Janata government's Prime Minister, Morarji Sahab Prime Minister. He was not fond of this, but since it was going on things, so he allowed it to continue. There were 2 assistant commissioner police who were on the round duty with the PSO, and you know those security arrangements, you know everything about the house, because you are there on the window, on the door, entry, gallery, each part, kitchen, everywhere of my people from my unit were there, and they used to have a debriefing session every day in the evening. They will tell what all happened. So we never asked any personal questions, but general security interests were being asked. So when I reached Prime Minister house, I was told by one of these, both were waiting for me. They said कि सर काफी serious मामला है और ये Prime Minister साहब के लड़के ने कहा है कि जो उनके मिलने वाले आते हैं. System is that no, not even cabinet ministers like used to go inside. They will be parked outside. They will walk. They will पर्सनल फ्रिस्किंग हम लोग इन मिनिस्टरों को जानते थे कम होती थी, बट बाकी सबकी ऑफिशियल वगैरह सबकी फ्रिस्किंग होती थी. MLA, MP सबकी फ्रिस्किंग होती थी, और कोई सामान हो तो उसकी चेकिंग होती थी. कार बार नहीं अलाउड थी. तो उन्होंने कहा कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब के लड़के ने कहा भाई हमारे दोस्त आते हैं रात को तो 9:30-10 बजे, तो they were coming for their own personal purposes. I mean, I am not going. We knew the purpose, but there is no point going in there. So उन्होंने वो कैसे इनको आप चेक नहीं करेंगे. तो this is very different because this is against the provision contained in the Blue Book. Blue Book is a Bible for security people. So these are against the instructions in the Blue Book, and naturally there was a threat. And about 8 years back, some incident, 7-8 years back, incident had happened when one brother and sister broke the door, came rushing, and up to Prime Minister house से आप कई फरलांग तक इधर उधर चारों ओर सब कर रखा है, लेकिन तब ऐसा नहीं था, वो रोड भी पब्लिक रोड थी। तो उन्होंने अंदर से घुसे निकल के आया, सेकेंड राउंड में वो लोग पकड़ लिए गए। लेटर ऑन इट वॉज डिटेक्टेड दैट दिस वॉज द सिक्योरिटी लैब्स, बट इट वॉज डिटेक्टेड दैट दे वर साइकिक केसेस, नथिंग हैपेंड टू देम. But you can't think that any other person will be psychic case and you will get that defense. So when they told me, I immediately, it was a serious matter, it was Prime Minister's security. So I rang up my additional commissioner, I told him that sir, this is what has happened. तो उन्होंने कहा सरकार में हमारे बहुत सारे शब्द यूज होते हैं, संभाल लेना, देख लेंगे, बात करेंगे, मीनिंग देयर बाय यूर पोस्टपोनिंग डिसीजन. नहीं, सब होता है, सब लोग, हम सब लोग इस तरह की शायद बातें करते या करते रहे, ये होता है. उन्होंने कहा नहीं, हम बात करते हैं. सवाल ये था, मैंने रियलाइज किया खुद कि बात किससे करेंगे, क्योंकि ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर का लड़का कह रहा है, इसके बारे में कोई ऑफिशियल इंस्ट्रक्शन तो इशू नहीं हो सकती, और उससे कहने कौन जाएगा, फिलहाल उनके फादर ही कह सकते होंगे. एंड वी वर ग्रोन अप पर्सन. ये तो नहीं था कि कोई बच्चा है इधर उधर साइकिल चला रहा है तो आपको ऐसी कोई बात नहीं थी. तो मैंने सोचा सीरियस है, तो मैंने कमिश्नर साहब को बताया, वेरी एमिनेंट मैन. उन्होंने भी वही बात कही, अच्छा बात करते हैं. I had no answer. I was not given any answer. तो but I don't blame them. शायद मैं उनकी जगह होता, मैं भी शायद कुछ ऐसे ही करता, क्योंकि question was who will speak to Prime Minister and who will take this responsibility of doing this, taking this risk, और ये बात कौन कहने जाएगा कि ये करें. तो मैं for one day, I naturally since I have told, then I had to wait for a day. But I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I mean, it was so difficult. Anything could have happened, and I had only two options. I had one option was that I allow it to happen. Everybody was happy, ऐसा चल रहा है, और पर्सनल स्टाफ में भी उनके IAS ऑफिसर से सब लोग कह रहे थे कि नहीं ठीक है, उनका लड़का चाहता होने दीजिए. अगर उसकी जगह कोई आदमी अननोन, some terrorist had entered, and I was telling and people can come with their briefcase which will not be checked because it's supposed to be friend of Prime Minister's son, so they can bring a stain gun. उस जमाने में AK-47 नहीं आई थी, and it takes only 2-3 seconds, 4 seconds to उन दो तीन पार्ट में रखते हैं, उसको आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. और immediately Prime Minister whose bedroom was before his son's bedroom, and anybody could get and fire at the two security guards and kill the Prime Minister. He may succeed, he may not, because there was a lot of production, but Prime Minister's life was in danger. So I said that if I allow it to happen and something happens, I will be branded as professionally incompetent man. And I had 14 years of service. मैं 20 साल में नौकरी में घुसा था. तो मैंने सोचा आगे के 39 साल तक ये लड़की रहेगी सकती कि ये प्रोफेशनली इनकॉम्पिटेंट आदमी जब कहीं पोस्ट होगा तो मेरे दोस्त लोग बताएंगे गवर्नमेंट पुलिस अभी वही आदमी है जिसने प्राइम मिनिस्टर पर गोली चला दी. इनको कंसिडर नहीं किया जाए, they were justified in not considering. And the second was that I put it in writing and let it go to Prime Minister. So then I will be called indiscreet कि भाई अकल नहीं है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर के लड़के की शिकायत कर रहे हैं कि हिम्मत कैसे आ गई वगैरह वगैरह. So I went home. I was disturbed. Normally I never discuss police in our house. We never used to discuss. This is a decision myself and my wife had taken. We will never discuss. We wanted our children to have, and house should remain peaceful. I mean, irrespective of what happens in the office. तो हम लोग कभी डिस्कस नहीं करते. तो but wife has knack of finding out that there is something wrong with the husband. So she, after 2-3 hours going around me here and there, she said, there is something wrong. What has happened to you? So I said, नहीं कुछ नहीं. हम लोग रह रहे थे, एक बंगला था अशोक रोड में, उसमें हम लोग रहते थे. बच्चों का छोटे बच्चे थे, एडमिशन हो गया एक मॉडर्न में, एक GCS इंजीनियरिंग में. तो हमने कहा भाई मालूम नहीं जो मैं करने जा रहा हूँ उसमें पॉसिबिलिटी ये है कि दिल्ली तो छूटेगा, मकान बंगला छूटेगा, बच्चे भी विड्रॉ करने पड़ेंगे, लेकिन कहाँ जाएंगे ये मैं नहीं जानता. लेकिन कोई ऐसी जगह होगी जहाँ कोई नहीं भेजा जाता होगा. बिकॉज इफ they have to punish me for what I propose to do, So this is the normal thing that somewhere in advance or like a day they will post me for lifetime that it should be kept there. And हो सकता है कोई आइलैंड खरीद ले वहाँ भेज दे, मैं तो वहीं परमानेंट पुलिस चीफ रहा हूँ। तो मैंने वेट किया अगले दिन का। I have great faith in God and I have also faith in my parents' blessings. तो मैंने सोचा कि जो भी मैं कब तक वेट करूँगा, अगर कोई इंसिडेंट हो गया तो let me take a decision. So I talked to myself that I had to hold a bit of talking and reviewing everything about my conduct, about my performance. I talked to myself. So I decided that I will write. I wrote a 7-8 lines letter, DO letter, saying that such and such gentleman, son of Prime Minister of India, has given these oral instructions. And these are against the provision contained in the VIP Blue Book, and there is imminent threat to the VIP security. I may be advised. I could not have taken decision because I was not head of the police force. I was only head of the unit in charge for VIP security. So I written this. And instead of sending, because I knew that if I send it to my bosses only, they will call me, shout at me and tell me that इसको वापस करो, इसके सरकार में नंबर चलते हैं ना, जिस नंबर से आप लेटर भेजते हैं, इस नंबर को कोई और चिट्ठी भेज देना, अपनी कैसे नहीं भेजते। So I avoided that. I sent a letter to Director IBO. I said so that I knew their difficulty. If they have not done anything on that, I don't blame them. उन लोगों की नौकरियां तो अपनी नौकरी अच्छी लगती है, तो वो रिस्क लेने वाली बात होती है, would have taken the initiative. So I don't blame them, but I was in this situation. So I decided to write. So I wrote this letter and sent a copy to Director IB. हमारे यहाँ IB, I hope there is nobody from IB here. But नहीं तो IB में ट्रेडिशन इधर से इंफॉर्मेशन आती इधर भेज देते। तो नहीं, जैसे पुलिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, my own organization, I have served there. तो वो भेज देते, तो उन्होंने वहाँ तो रुकनी नहीं थी। So I knew by this time that my letter will go to Prime Minister. So this letter was put up by evening. जब आर्मी को मिला तो पहले तो for first 3 hours there was a bombardment on me. Almost all my seniors, even some senior colleagues who were senior to me in service, भाई तुमने क्या पता कर दिया, इतनी अकल होनी चाहिए भाई, तुम बड़े मचोर आदमी, तुम बड़ा कूल आदमी समझते। I am considered very cool in police department, किसी को गुस्सा नहीं आता। तुम बड़े कूल आदमी हो, तुमने बेवकूफ़ी कर दी। अब जो सीनियर होता है वो कुछ भी कह सकता है, उसने कहा तुमने बेवकूफ़ी कर दी, ये बचपना करा तुमने, किसी ने तुमने प्राइम मिनिस्टर के लड़के शिकायत करो यार, तुम्हें कुछ हो गया था, क्या था? अब मैं किससे कहूँ कि मैं जो सही समझा वो किया, but I was convinced that what I did right, I must say. No, I did not regret it even for a minute, and I had prepared. The only person to be affected was my wife. So I said that we should be prepared. हम लोग अपना सामान पैक करेंगे और यहाँ से चले जाएंगे, क्योंकि आप किससे लड़ेंगे अगर प्राइम मिनिस्टर फैसला कर देगा कि आपको निकाल दिया जाए, भेज दिया जाए कहीं पे। But I think I am right. This I kept on saying to probably अपने को हिम्मत दे रहा था, मैं कह जा रहा था। So the file went to Prime Minister and Mr. Bharati Desai was like a clock. वो 9:35 पे अपने 9:30 पे अपने कमरे से निकलते थे बेडरूम से, तो 9:30 पे निकले और उन्होंने 5 मिनट अपनी वाइफ के कमरे में दूसरे कमरे में गए, वहाँ बीमार रहती थी गजरा बहन जैसे नोड़ा, वहाँ पे गए 5 मिनट उनसे बात की और उसके बाद वो अपने कमरे में कैंप ऑफिस में आते थे, वहीं सब कमरे लगे हुए थे और उसमें 5 मिनट के कोई 1-2 इम्पोर्टेंट लेटर जो कहीं से आए होते थे चीफ मिनिस्टर वगैरह के, उनको या कोई आईबी की रिपोर्ट हो तो उसको देखते जाते थे। तो उन्होंने कहा कि वो मेरा लेटर रख दिया गया सामने, तो उसके बाद वो जिसने रखा था वो डिप्टी सेक्रेटरी से मिस्टर भट्ट और उनके सामने मेरा पीएसओ खड़ा हुआ था। दिस इज लिटिल इंटरेस्टिंग। So he said that the Prime Minister read it और वो आँख देख रहे थे प्राइम मिनिस्टर की, उन्होंने सेकेंड टाइम भी पढ़ा और आप में से किसी ने भी पुरानी फोटो अगर देखी होगी, मुरारजी देसाई किसी फोटो में कभी कोई स्माइल नहीं थी, नेवर स्माइल्ड पब्लिकली, नेवर। So I have seen him with very close quarters, he has never smiled। मैं 2 साल उनके साथ रहा, जरूर कि भाई ऐसे लोग हैं जो इस तरह की बातें लिखते हैं. So probably that caused a little smile on his face, and he recorded that rules may be observed. I can tell you, honest to God, that only what Murad Desai could have written. मैं तो जो करना था कर चुका. It is not my contribution. मुझे जो करना था सही गलत मैंने जो सही धंधा कर दिया. But it is grace of Mr. Murad Desai that in spite of a complaint against his son, he says rules will be observed. So वो मेरा PSO था, he was so excited, he was supposed to go with the Prime Minister's land to gate तक लाना था और दूसरे आदमी को जाना था. So he came jumping. Sir, give me time more. Take you to my side. He will extend the lunch by 5 minutes. No, I just finished. So this is what all happened. I had one very interesting thing to narrate, but I think, sir, I will finish it in 5 minutes. I always thought that police job is not only to prevent crime and detect crime. Police job is also to ensure, maintain law and order. And this order word is very wide. You order the real meaning of how do you communicate to people that you are maintaining order. Order means that you ensure normal life to people. People can open their shop, housewives can go to market, girls and boys can go to schools. Normal activities are restored. That is the main job of the police. So I got information from UP police about just a day before that Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav with about 50,000 people is coming, and he has 47 MLAs and some old MPs, some ex-MPs with him, and they will enter. They are coming to protest against a gangster who was an MLA. He was a gangster known for involved in murder cases, kidnapping for ransom, etc. Who was detained by me in Delhi because he committed crimes in Delhi. He committed in UP also, where he was MLA, and he was involved in arms smuggling also. So he will be coming. So I decided that what the press and what people will think that this commissioner is Ajib Saadmi, khud hi detain kar raha hai, and he is allowing. They had come to that I should release him. The police should release, so they wanted to protest in front of the government. So they wanted to enter Delhi. So I don't know. I decided that this procession should be stopped, and we decided to stop the procession at UP border. There were so many entries, we stopped it. And we were successful in stopping it. But when we stopped them, he rang up Mr. Chandrasekhar, who became Prime Minister later on, big leader at that time. And he said that, आप कैसे कर सकते हैं, तो डेमोक्रेसी है, आप किसी का प्रोटेस्ट नहीं रोक सकते. मैंने कहा, if the protest is for a right cause, I can stop. I will not stop. But if this protest is to release a gangster whom I have detained and High Court has confirmed my decision, so I will not allow this. So he reported to Prime Minister. Prime Minister's Principal Secretary was Mr. A.N. Verma, who was my teacher also, who taught me in the university. He told me that, what is wrong? क्यों इनको रोक रहे हैं? मैंने कहा वैसा ऐसा ये नहीं कर सकते. बोले छोड़ दो, जो नॉर्मल गवर्नमेंट में होता है छोड़ दो उसको. तो मैंने कहा आप लोग तो कानून जानते हैं, मैं डिटेन कर सकता हूँ. हाई कोर्ट ने अप्रूव करा है तो हाई कोर्ट ही छोड़ेगा, मैं नहीं छोड़ सकता. तो एनीवे वो हो गया. फिर अब तुम क्या कर सकते हो? प्राइम मिनिस्टर वांट्स टू वे आउट. तो मैंने कहा हम मिस्टर मुलायम सिंह को गाड़ी में बैठा देंगे और अपनी गाड़ी में बैठा लेंगे और ले आएंगे आपके पास, मेमोरेंडम दे दें और फिर हम उनको वहीं छोड़ देंगे. बट आई विल नॉट अलाउ पीपल बिकॉज मैंने रैली 50,000 कम्स इन डेली. Children cannot go to school, market gets closed, every normal life is disturbed. और शहर में गंदगी फैलाते. तो मैंने कहा नहीं, I will not allow this to happen. So because I thought that this is right what I am doing, I did it. Was appreciated a lot in the newspapers also. But what I am saying to you, not that one did with something very courageous and bold. You must do what you think is correct, and normally it holds in good for you vis-a-vis anyone.